Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing good. This video is all about your moon in the sign of Pisces. So this video is for you if you have your moon sign, your natal moon, in your birth chart in the sign of Pisces. If you don't know what your moon sign is, I'll have a link below so that you can look it up. If you want to know more about exactly what the moon means in your birth chart, you can watch my other video about that. But in essence, the moon gives insight into our internal nature. It tells us about our instincts, our intuition, how we emotionally process things, and at a deeper level, the moon tells us about what we need to take in order to feel spiritually nourished. So if your moon is in the sign of Pisces, what is Pisces all about? Pisces is the archetype of spiritual connectedness. So the mystic, the intuitive, the soothsayer. Pisces is all about this energy of being in the flow, being in meditation, that spiritual connection. And this is that state when we're not thinking about anything, where we're just fully immersed in the present moment and what it is that we're doing. And so when your moon is there, there's this feeling of feeling that way constantly. There's this feeling of constantly just being in your own world. People with Pisces moons, you're typically very comfortable just being in your own little space. Like you're constantly in this space bubble and you don't venture out very often at an emotional level. So of course there are positive and negative aspects of this. So the positive aspect is that there's big vision for just like dreaming and thinking about possibilities. It's very, very creative as well. Pisces moon people are very, very creative because there's that spiritual connection. There's this ability to dream and to think about something that is almost otherworldly, and then to be able to bring it out into the world, to bring your vision out into the world. Pisces is all about that state of getting into the flow, though, where you're connected with your own energy and sometimes the energy around you as well, and not really overly analyzing things. So this can be healthy energy. The shadow side of this is, the shadow side of Pisces is getting into that state with things, places, people, or situations that are destructive in some way. So this can be is any kind of compulsive behavior that numbs. So that can be a substitute for this getting into the flow, because when you feel numb, you feel kind of like that blank space of not being able to think, but you're numb then. So it's not as fulfilling, and it still completes that thing that Pisces is looking for, that feeling of like not thinking, but it's typically very destructive. So this can be as simple as like zoning out on TV and just like binge watching TV. It can be recreational drugs if they're used in a way to numb. It can even be like compulsive eating, or anything that's compulsive. It can even be sex in a certain way. Again, it's all about how the activity is used. So that's something, if you have your moon in Pisces, to watch out for. It doesn't have to, it's not the thing that's bad for you, it's the way that you use the thing and the way that you use your energy. For you, ideally, we want you to connect with your own energy and to be in that flow in a way that feels enlivening for you, versus numbing. Sometimes people with a Pisces moon can get really overloaded by energy because you are so sensitive. You're very aware that you are, like, I feel like Pisces moon people feel at a sensory level, you feel that you are connected to everyone and everything. Like that's just something that's inside of you. You feel that. And so that can be overwhelming sometimes, especially if you are in a situation where there's conflict or heavy energy. So for you, it's really important to clear your energy on a consistent basis. So this can be really simple, but ideally it's daily for you, my Pisces moon friend. Ideally it's daily. So this can be simple things like a 5-minute meditation. This can be energy clearing, doing this on yourself, or going in for a treatment to get Reiki or Diksha or any other form of energy clearing. It can be taking an Epsom salt bath. Those work really well. Epsom salt bath with aromatherapy, that the salts will help to clear your subtle energy. Even things like creating in general. This is a very, very creative placement with the moon sign. So Pisces is super creative, and when your moon is there, there's like the heart is creative. So just making things can be very therapeutic for you as well. But main point, bottom line, is I want you to know that it's really important for you to clear your energy every single day. Find what works for you. Everyone's different, but that's important for you to always, that allows you to always be acquainted with your own energy and to not get overwhelmed by all of the static of the other energy that's going on around you. And then you can have that connection. You can have that connection in the world, and you can have that connection with yourself, and you can just be happy and wonderful and blissful all the time. One other thing with Pisces moon is, like some of the other moon signs, it's really important for you to surround yourself with people who respect your sensitivity. So people who are overly brash or overly needy, or have a tendency to just be more brash and rough in general, those are not good playmates for you. You need someone who can handle you delicately. With the moon in Pisces, there's a need for delicacy. And this is because you're sensitive to energy, and this is also because you care so freaking much. Very much like the Virgo moon, like you care so much about people, like your heart is freaking massive. So ideally, you surround yourself with people who can offer that to you as well, and who can hold a really safe space for you to be yourself, because you offer that to everyone, and I want that for you as well. I want you to receive that just as much as you give it out to everyone. So that is your moon in Pisces. I hope that you found this helpful. If you do, please like this video and leave me a comment. I'll have a link below also so that you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm always posting updates about the signs and the moon and new moon and eclipses and all of that good stuff. So connect with me and say hi. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Namaste. Mwah.